So for this activity, we're going to get into circular patterns. And this can be done in 2 dimensions or 3 dimensions. I'll point at them in 2 dimensions, but generally I'm going to encourage them in 3 dimensions. I'll explain why as I'm going through. So I'm going to start with a sketch. I'm going to make a rocket because it has a circular symmetry to it. So if I kind of make the tube, I'll make maybe the cone bit there. Finish sketch. So this is revolve. Just to start with, I'm going to do the revolve. And then my axis, I'll make in the middle. Very space worthy. So this is going to just be the fuselage, the main part. I'm going to do the fins now. For this sketch, I'm going to pick this plane. And the reason for that is because it's perfectly in the middle of my rocket, as I have now. So I can make the fins from this perspective. It's actually drawing them in the middle of the rocket. So I'll just use a line. So let's go maybe down, out, up, down, something like that. So part of this is actually inside the body, but when it joins that feature with the main one, it's going to make it part of the same piece. Now, just to point out, and I'm not going to do it here, but there is a circular pattern in 2 dimensions, and there can be pros and cons to using that in 2 dimensions. For what I'm going to do now, it's not super beneficial. You could use it if you're doing something like a clock face, where there is a flat plane that the circle pattern occurs. I usually do it in 3 dimensions, so I don't have to select and extrude multiple things separately, which is also why you can see a rectangular pattern here. I would also do it in 3 dimensions because it has the same benefit. Now if I hit finish sketch here, I'm going to extrude my fin, but I'm going to do something a little different than I've done before. I'm going to extrude it in 2 directions and choose symmetric, because now when I drag it out, it's going to drag it out both directions. And I'm going to make sure it's joining it, not cutting it out. So there's one fin to this kind of toy rocket thing. So I'm going to say OK. So now I'm going to go under create while I'm in the 3D space. Choose pattern, circular pattern. My feature, not the body, feature that I want to select is my fin. And the axis, I'm actually going to pick the whole cylinder. Anything that's kind of round or has a center of symmetry, center of symmetry here is up and down. And then it's going to show me my preview for my rocket fins. And I can choose a number if I want. And then I can say OK. So that's a rocket. Students have done a lot of different things with this. I've seen, so far today, I've seen flowers, I've seen rockets, I've seen clocks, I've seen blenders, I've seen trees. So anything with sort of a circular pattern to it, you can use for this assignment. But the assignment, just like with many of the other ones, is to create a recognizable object using the new tool. The new tool that we're working on with this one is the circular pattern tool. So that's what I want you to do, is just try to think of something or find up something, look on a reference, a circular pattern object, such as a rocket or a flower, and create that. And that is the assignment. So make sure you submit it. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.